Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Chill Sunday stream. I hope everybody's doing well. We are back here with Bug Fables today, and we're going to be using the desert key that we obtained last time. I'm going to just give people a few minutes to make their way into the chat and hopefully say hi. I also want to remind people that if you're checking out this stream, to switch over to live chat instead of top chat, because YouTube blocks certain comments, and I like to see the community talking to each other and not just with myself. Hello, Il, and welcome. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Hello, Jalix. Welcome. Hope your Sunday is going well. Hey, merchants, welcome. Hope all is going well. Hope you're all ready to have a chill Sunday stream with some Bug Fables. And, yeah. Give some people a few more minutes to make their way in, and we will get started. So let's get rid of some logistical stuff while we're starting. For anybody who may be watching this later, or maybe is watching this for the first time and watching the channel for the first time, I hope you'll consider checking out some of the links in the description down below. We have a link to the Discord where we have amazing conversations about politics, and a lot of my other videos deal with political content. In addition to that, if you've enjoyed what you watched here, and you are in a financial place to do so, and only if you're in a financial place to do so, please do consider joining me on Patreon, as a lot of the political content that I cover on my channel is often demonetized by YouTube. And, you know, if you're only here for the gaming streams, then, you know, maybe come enjoy that, and we'll have a good talk and conversation about stuff as well. So, yeah. With that out of the way, how's everybody's Sunday going? Do anything interesting today? Planning to do anything interesting during the stream? Welcome, Duke. I'd say I hope you're having a chill Sunday stream, but it sounds like you have a headache. Another Sunday, another headache. How goes, comrades? Yeah, things are going well on my end. I'm sorry you have a headache. When are we doing an Operation Dumbo Drop? Yeah, I can't believe that became a relevant conversation in the Discord. We had a conversation on the Discord talking about a parade event that had happened in India in the 1970s, where they had made a bunch of helicopters basically look like elephants. And we were having a conversation about this, and what's it called? Duke had reminded all of us about a movie, a terrible, terrible movie apparently, that I haven't seen. Operation Dumbo Drop. So I don't know, Duke, if you were serious or not, but if you are, we'll talk about it later on the Discord. But yeah, Duke, I do hope you feel better. Jalix says, I find it awful that demonetization also decreases how much the algorithm promotes video. That's 100% true. Unfortunately, the way that YouTube works, when a video is not monetized, YouTube's not incentivized to promote it quite as much as other videos, no matter how many views it's getting. That's not even counting things like shadow banning, which, you know, happens. Literally every one of my recent videos has been initially, well, not everyone, but practically everyone since I've come back has been demonetized, and I've had to fight it to get it reinstated with a manual review. Fortunately, most of them it's come back, but you know, it's frustrating still, because I kind of need to watch every single one when it's uploaded. Bill says, I remember hearing about that movie but never watched it. Duke said laughing helps me not feel pain. Well, hopefully we'll get some laughs in today. Il says, where would you hang the DS9 poster if you get it? Okay. So, for context on that, there is a poster that exists that I would very much like to get and I'm considering getting. That is related to my favorite show of all time, Deep Space Nine. That hands down is probably my favorite show. Let me see if I can pull up the poster so I can... it would be on the Discord, right? I posted it there. Let me see if I can just get a full image of the... Yep, that's the other one. I am gonna show on stream. This is an interesting start to the stream. It's chill, it's good. I'm glad we're having the good conversations, but here it is. Let me see if I can... Give me 1 second, because the way I have this set up for gaming, I don't know how to... See if it picks up. No, give me 1 second, because I did not set Chrome up properly in OBS. But here it is. This is the poster that I want to get, and I was considering if I get the canvas variety to potentially put it behind me. But this thing is amazing. It has everything that I want. You're scared of the dark, Duke? Yeah, black background and all that. Il said, where would you hang it? And Duke said, the YouTube algorithm is all about maximizing profit for YouTube and ad-supported company. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're gonna do, right? Like, when you have the incentive being that advertising is how they make their money, of course they're gonna put forward the videos they think they can make the most from. And the reality is that we don't even get paid that much in terms of the ads. Like, it's not as much as people might expect. Are those characters in the background? Are those other Bajorans in the background? Yeah, I think that is supposed to be Kira's resistance cell. I wonder how much of that money YouTube pockets. Most of it. I don't have specific amounts, but like, they're taking a good chunk of it. But yeah, this is the poster I want to get, and I was thinking about getting a canvas print potentially, and just popping it right back there. I don't know how I'd set it up exactly, but it is something I am considering getting. But let's get back into the game. There we go. Much smoother transition there. Chilling out with this music. I think we can make our way into the game. We should be in the Lost Sands. We just finished that really difficult Scorpion boss that turned out to be a breeze in our last run. RNG Merchant said either that or a big obnoxious G Fuel poster. No, G Fuel does not seem on the radar. There's a hole. Something could fit in here. Well, are we all ready? We have the sandcastle key. This is the moment we were waiting for. The cliffhanger from last time. The title of the video reminding people that this is the key that we're about to put in and something amazing might happen. Are we all ready for this? Are we hyped? I'm hyped. Let's do it. Oh, wow. It's a sandcastle. Whoa, that thing's huge. It makes the ant palace look like a cheap... No, I'm pretty sure the ant palace is actually bigger than that, but okay. Truly, I have never seen such an impressive structure. I wonder if it'd make the queen somewhat jealous. Oof. Leaf's having a moment. So the artifact must... Your friend over there does not look okay and just spoke a bunch of, like, random characters. And you're like, so the artifact must be here then. Will you truly be okay, Leaf? We really can just go back if you feel bad, you know? Thank you for your concern, but we'll manage. Be ready, though. This doesn't look like an easy place to explore. Look at this music, though. What is this sorcery? Ice magic. Thought you'd seen it before. It's not the same. Ice magic is your thing. Drew, could this palace be related to us? Is a mansion more or less fancy than a castle? I think it depends on what mansion and what castle. But I also think that the mansion, technically speaking, would be, quote, more fancy, because mansions are supposed to be for one family. Castles were often large structures that housed a ton of people. And that depends on whether or not you're talking about the castle itself or the castle grounds. Because oftentimes the area directly outside the castle also had a significant population of people who would work in service of the monarch. So I'd say that the mansion is more centralized to an individual family, whereas a castle would generally be a fortified compound in combination with the executive and judicial branch of a government, at the very least, if not legislative as well. As well as a significant amount of nobles, members of the court, workers who would work for the monarch. Peasant class would be right outside of the main castle grounds. So, like, the castle itself functions so different from how a mansion does. Could this place be related to us? Only one way to find out. Time to explore. Let's be careful, please. We've let our guard down too many times during this mission. We'll keep our eyes open. Uh-huh. Is that spider a different enemy in and outside of the ice? It didn't like the ice in the field, so let's actually lead with Leaf. And use your second turn to spy, so we can figure out what its health situation is. Is that even a bug or a bot? It's mega weird. It even changes color when cold. I wonder if that makes it weaker to Kabu's hits. I think my Beamerang's gonna work, though. Super effective damage. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, you're healing me eventually, which means this is probably a hub area, which is going to require us to do some tasks and move on kind of deal. I hope that giant scorpion doesn't turn into like a regular enemy. This looks like a job for Kabu. Duke says the implication that ice is the opposite of desert really ignores cold deserts. Maybe it's not that ice is the opposite of desert, but hot desert is the opposite of cold desert. I don't like scorpions? Who said that? Duke said, I am glad I live in a land without scorpions. I said I didn't want the huge scorpion to become a regular enemy because the enemy in this game was a pain in the ass. I love scorpions. I think they're one of the coolest creatures on the planet. Fun fact, I was terribly fearful of spiders, and it was scorpions that actually made me not afraid of arachnids as a whole. And eventually made me come around to spiders as well, to the point where now I also think they're absolutely cool. I know that's an unpopular opinion, as common as arachnophobia is, but I think spiders are one of the most amazing creatures on the planet. Welcome, Imagination Scene. Hope that you're having a chill and lovely Sunday. Welcome to the stream, and I hope all is well. Again, reminder to people, if you're here, switch over to live chat, because YouTube puts you on top chat, which makes some comments not appear, and I'd love you to be all able to talk to each other. Oops, wrong button. Ticks or parasites? I don't like ticks because, you know, Lyme disease. That is a very different matter. The issue is not that it's an arachnid. The issue is that it kills people and gets people sick. Alright, what's this about? Warning, high humidity area. We're in the desert. Regular maintenance of cryocrystal must not be neglected. I forgot how to do the charge attack. There was a charge attack that he has, and I don't remember how to do it. I feel like I'm playing Pokemon right now. Bonus points to anybody who understands why. There we go. do you do his charge attack? It is a pretty common type of puzzle, but I'm always reminded of Pokemon and, what is it? Where's the place that you fight Articuno in Gen 1? Was it the Seafoam Islands? Ice Wizard? That was a good amount of damage. Well, given you're made of ice, I'll use you to spy. HP 17, damn. No. No, that's uncomfortable. What the hell? That attack was really uncomfortable to look at. Like, just watching your character get enveloped by the clothing and, like, tied, like, wrapped up like that, that did not feel comfortable. That attack reminds me of fencing play where you get your friends to put your opponent in a sack. Wait, what? But yeah, Imagination Scene. It would be cool if they made the original Monopoly into an online game. It was called Landlord's Game. Yeah, Landlord's Game is, just another example of, like, capitalist realism. Like, where capitalism sells you its antithesis and then promotes it as something good. Like, it's really ridiculous. That game was strictly an anti-capitalist game designed to show the immorality of what winning looks like under capitalism. Like, and then somehow you turn that into a game where, oh yeah, like, it's fun to be the person who gets all the money in the bank and takes over everything. There probably is a version of it online, like Duke just said. Can somebody remind me or look up how to make Kabu run? Like, I'm trying to hit all the... Oh, never mind. I got it. It's double tap. Yeah, heal us, please. I think the original game was meant to promote Georgism, like the land tax thing. Okay, this is a little disconcerting. Okay. What is our goal here? I want to go that way. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come to V. There we go. Oh, oh, I get it. I get it. So we need to come onto here. Turn this off. Turn it back on. And now we get a crystal berry. I love when games teach their mechanics without needing to hold your hand. Very well done. Found an ancient key. Alright, well, while you're underground, you're accessible, so let's hit you. Let's ice you out of the ground. Bam! And we will attack in the back row. Oh. I'm sorry, the opposing team just did half your damage to you, like half your health in one turn. And Kabu's dead. What does that one do? Alright, so I think we got what we needed. We got that key. Let me see what y'all were talking about while I was trying to sort out that puzzle. Anyone know any good lefty games? If not, someone should make a list. Someone should make a list. That would be really helpful, actually, because if there's more chill games, I'd be willing to play them on Sunday stream, especially, like, if I have them already, I have access to them somehow. Like, I would definitely play chill leftist games on stream. Games that are a little more complicated, I could potentially down the line make content with, or play on the Discord or whatever, you know, during free time. Does Cuphead have leftist undertones? So, Cuphead, strangely enough, does actually have some leftist undertones. There's a bit of an issue about the way that capitalism, and if through the metaphor of gambling, can often enforce people into a position where they are forced to make decisions about committing violence against others in order to save themselves, kind of thing. Like, there's definitely a leftist reading there of the plot of that game. Because the plot is that the devil tricks Cuphead and Mugman into losing a game of dice. And the bet was their souls. So in order to avoid having their souls taken, they agree to go collect all the soul contracts, literally the living conditions of all the people who have lost their soul to, or owe their soul to the devil. So you're supposed to collect all those contracts and then take them back to the devil. Of course, you know, it's not exactly in Cuphead or Mugman's interest to do such a thing, but there's definitely a leftist reading there. I don't know if that was explicitly what the creators were deciding upon, but... one of the DLC bosses is kind of interesting in that regard. Where do I use that ancient key I found? The door on the right that I just saw? That would be a good answer. Oh, another... I'm just gonna call those Blizzard Wizards. What am I looking at? Is that an ant head? A warden. Blizzard lizards. They're not lizards, they're wizards. What a petty trick hiding like that, but we could feel your magic since we stepped in. Let's strike accordingly, depending on the temperature, Kabu. You were gonna call them Creepy Cloth? So Jalex had said there is a game called Citizen Sleeper. It's a really well-made cyberpunk narrative game. It has very clear themes of anti-capitalism. It's actually punk. Yeah, that's the one you mentioned to me that would be good to do off-stream, right, Jalex? And Diglett used Dig. Disco Elysium. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that to me a while ago, Ale. Imagination Scene says, I found some on a Reddit post, a list of socialist and communist games that rarely get mentioned. Could you either post that in the Discord or post it on here for somebody else to post on the Discord? Because I would like to take a look at that if you don't mind, Imagination Scene. You like it a lot, you're kind of recommending it everywhere. It blew up. I'm gonna go heal. Do links work here? They do work here. They should work here. Mother 3 is a really good example of anti-capitalism. It's just such a... what's the word for it? It's such a long process to get through that game. Like, this, as an RPG, Bug Fables, is already taking a long time. Voltorb, you subbed to the stream. You're 100% correct on that. But, like, RPGs in general take a really long time, and I don't know how I would go about implementing another RPG onto the channel, which is what stops me from playing Mother 3, but Mother 3 is a really good example. Jalek said, I like how Mother 3 focuses on place and showing how it develops instead of just moving the protagonists along. Yeah, the land itself is actually the protagonist, in a lot of ways in Mother 3. I think there's a fair argument to make for that, right? That there was kind of this whole idea that the people were running things themselves and everything was fine, and then the corporation came in and like started giving people things that they didn't really need or want, but in exchange it really cost everything. Democratic Socialism Simulator could be an interesting one for stream. I don't know what that is. What do you do? Do you, like, how do you democratic socialism in a simulator? Do you play as Bernie Sanders? Do you, ask for donations from people? I am once again here to ask for your, financial contribution. There's a simulator for everything nowadays. Oh my goodness, that reminds me, as terrible as it is, apparently there's a lawn mowing simulator, and apparently a lot of people get very sincere satisfaction of the process of mowing their lawns in a virtual space. And more power to you if you do. But, yeah. You have lawn mowing simulator. I think I technically have it too. I think it was in Humble. Let me check. Was it Humble that had it recently? Give me a second. It was Humble? Yeah, lawn mowing simulators in this month's Humble bundle. The Humble choice, rather. Here's the thing. I would actually play that for the hilarity of it, even though I find the idea of lawns completely disgusting. Grow wild grasses, everybody. Grow wild flowers on your land. Let things grow. Not in a way that maybe will, bring about ticks. You don't want like wild grasses getting to a certain height and whatever where ticks can actually be a major issue. That's to bring it full circle. But definitely a good idea to grow wildflowers instead of cutting your grass and putting stuff down. Duke said you're attacking the lawn. What do you mean attacking the lawn? The lawn is the final boss of capitalism. I think golf courses are the final boss of capitalism. A lawnmower isn't exactly giving the grass a massage. Well, I'm not talking about doing it in real life, I'm talking about doing it in a game. Zero, welcome. Hope your Sunday's going well. Glad to have you here. Oh, we've got another one of these puzzles that hopefully can be solved with these beamerang. Nope. So... How do? Golf courses exist for CEOs and other business people to meet without an official record of the meeting in the middle of the field where they can't be overheard doing corruption. I feel like that's primarily why golf courses exist, yeah, that's fair. I know there's people who enjoy golf for their own pleasure, but get Golf Simulator. I'm sure it exists. Mini golf is actually really difficult. It's fun though. And it doesn't waste, you know, entire swathes of land that could be used for, I don't know, forest and parks and any number of other important things that involve not playing a singular game that's almost exclusively enjoyed by the wealthy and privileged. Oh yeah, Computer Simulating Builder is one that I would actually love to play. I know how to build computers in real life, and the problem I have is, especially over the past couple of years, GPUs have been ridiculously expensive, thanks crypto. And it's been really, like, difficult to even, like, imagine, like, that process consistently being done where you're building a PC, but building a PC is actually a really enjoyable experience for me. That's not how you were supposed to do that puzzle. I promise you that's not how you were supposed to do that puzzle. Imagination Scene says, I think doing simulators for education is brilliant. There was one giving talks. Yeah, actually, you could probably turn simulators into a significant education tool. I know that a lot of universities around the time that I was in college, and I'm sure this is kind of shifted, started switching to using virtual dissections instead of having to resource frogs, for example. So in biology labs, you often have to do dissections as part of basic biology courses to understand the biological components of animals and especially of certain, you know, creatures, so you can learn how to do that if you ever do go into the medical field. That you'd be able to theoretically know how to use a scalpel already, you'd theoretically know how to use certain parts of those tools and be able to identify organs. And a lot of people were protesting that because it's a needless killing of animals for a purpose that doesn't require it. So a lot of places have started to use a virtual form of that. Zero says, is it weird that I prefer hands-on dissections? I think hands-on dissections make sense if you're going into the medical field actively, right? But if you're taking Biology 101 or you're taking, like, even undergrad bio, I don't think it makes sense for you to have to do the hands-on dissection. Let me see. The actual skill in gold is putting, so a mini putt course is actually superior in every way. True. No, you actually nailed that one, Duke. companies do simulators for education? Absolutely, Jalix. Imagination says medical simulators. There's car driving ones that are pretty good too. Yeah, there are people, and it's kind of cool when they do this, that are able to do the giant screen in front of you and then 2 panels on your side with the full steering wheel column and everything. And you're actually able to do a legit driving simulator where you have the wheel, you have the pedals under your feet, you have the 3 basically monitors functioning as your side windows and your front screen, as it were. Expensive for sure. I would love to see if you're gonna have, or if you're ever gonna see arcades come back, I feel like that would be a good way to implement it, to have things like that where you're able to have that kind of experience. I think that could be really useful in a communal setting for, you know, spaces to hang out that involve just actually hanging out. Jalix said, I know a lot, generally, I know businesses are investing a lot in VR simulators. That and the military are the main money givers of VR right now. Yeah, there's actually been some weird developments in VR as well lately. I think it was Linus Tech Tips who put out a video recently. It was either a YouTube short or an actual full video, I forget. But basically, there was a company that developed a way that through haptic responses, that you wear this like glove on your hand, and the things that you touch in VR feel like you're actually touching them. And I can't speak to that, but like that could have significant impacts in teaching people techniques for sure. Ill says, I mean, they just make props like they use in movies instead. Yeah, I'm gonna go with what Duke said in response to that. Props are very much more expensive. Also, there's kind of nothing like the genuine experience. Props work to a certain extent, but there's never going to be that full extent of knowledge when you're actually cutting into something. Zero says, a big part of my job requires dissection of mice to harvest tissue, and while I take issue with the whole model, I find it useful to have the background. Yeah, I'm in favor of the background if you're going into the medical field and it's a relevant thing to the research that you're doing. There are ethical reasons why one might be concerned about that without taking into the full moral ramifications of, you know, what we can learn and discern from that experience, right? That said, if you're teaching an entire generation of undergrads how to do the dissection versus, say, someone who's going to be working in a research lab or someone who's going to be working in the field or a nurse or a doctor, then you're kind of increasing and multiplying a significant amount of how many animals need to be killed. And the question becomes, for what purpose when you can simulate that? Like, that would be my ethical response to that. Let's see. Il said bring back the Nintendo glove, but with the heroic feedback. That's the haptic feedback, yeah. the Power Glove with haptic feedback. That's basically kind of what's happening with virtual reality right now. Duke says, I'm against VR if Zuckerberg owns it. Yeah, the technologies can be cool, but when it's owned by people who are terrible human beings in general, it's not going to benefit anyone. Get smacked. I actually got that on sale. I'm going to play it sometime soon. It says Jalix. Heroic Feedback does sound like a cooler name. I'm with you there. Is there a reason to go this way? Oh, that's just if you fall in. Okay. What exactly is haptic feedback? Like, what does it do? Like, because I'm not actually familiar with what the tech's purpose is entirely. Imagination Scene says, I don't think all my messages are showing up. The pushback thingy. Okay, yeah, I know, but, like, how does it push back, and why is it useful? Because, like, the PS5 controller is supposed to have that also on the triggers, right? Yeah, try changing to, live chat, Imagination Scene. It might help. Hi, Jaguar. Welcome, welcome. I have not seen that cat in the box in far too long. I see. See what we're doing. Can't stop the boulder. Okay. That's not nightmare fuel on the right. Does its attack change at all when it's frozen? What? What? No. No, you do not. You froze my ice character. Like... There we go. Ow. That's not good. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I barely made it out of that. Whew. Does that stay permanently on? Please tell me that stays permanently on, because I need to heal. I'm not sure it's going to stay permanently on. I'm going to just have to press forward. Eek. Okay. We're not going to fight you then. Let's see. Bill said, like when you touch a touchscreen and you sense vibration, that's haptic feedback. Okay. And actually being able to feel virtual things makes an incredible difference for immersion. I can imagine, like, VR already has, like, a significant immersion experience. So I can't imagine what it feels like to touch something in your virtual environment and, like, what it feels like to actually hold on to it in your hands. They froze the freezy bug. They did freeze the freezy bug. Jaguar says, Droopy, I love that cartoon dog. That's because he's the hero. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness, thank goodness, thank goodness. Heal us. Alright. So what do I gotta do here? Oh, out the window. Sneaky game developer. And we set that up earlier. Convenient. Jaguar says, oh my god, yes, he is the hero. True, Droopy's the hero. Nice. Can Kabu finish you in one turn? Yes, you can. Let's see what happens if I freeze this enemy. Oh, that's what happens. What kind of dog was Droopy? Some sort of hound? I believe so. I'm not sure exactly what kind of dog Droopy was. You freeze it, it frees you. That's the deal. True. It seems to be 100% accurate. He was a basset hound. Look at Jaguar coming in with the knowledge. I definitely need to take some help on the next level up. And Jaguar says, I love Droopy so much. Why do you love Droopy? Tell us about your fascination with Droopy the dog. First we felt cold at the tip of our hands before it turned into drops sinking in the sand. Then we felt cold at our feet before locking the way. That's some deep dog breed knowledge. Thanks, Jaguar. Oh, like I said, Jaguar coming in with the knowledge. I only know because Droopy. Don't ask me about other breeds. Come on. Only, what, 15 more until we level up? Not too bad. So, what is the puzzle here? Jaguar says, I love Droopy because he's the hero in the non-usual bombastic sort of way. I could do less with the sexism and objectification. Yeah. Yeah, Droopy cartoons kind of did have that component to them, didn't it? That's less than ideal. Let's throw V in the back row. That'd be safer. And I'm actually gonna use Ice Fall here. Oh. I'm gonna have you Pebble Toss to knock him down. Jaguar said, some also see him as having dysthymia. So as someone with depression, it's nice to see that sort of normalized. We can all be heroes. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, thank you for your input on that, Jaguar. I don't think I would have thought about Droopy in that regard. And yeah, Droopy, I believe, was Hanna-Barbera. Either that or MGM? That's a thumbnail-worthy image right there. This ice cube will never melt. Toss at an enemy to try to freeze it. Interesting. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing here. First we felt cold at the tip of our hands before it turned into drops sinking in the sand. Then we felt cold at our feet before locking the way. And this is the Palace of the Roaches. So what am I supposed to do to get... Jaguar says MGM and then texts Avery, like Woody Woodpecker. Jalek says, I don't like puzzles. But puzzles are so fun. But I just don't see what I could move. Like, there's no moving parts for me to play with here. Looking forward to that level up. Something with the statue on the platform. Maybe? The headless one? The question marks near the stone tablets are telling me I can read them. Okay. Bee, can you just fly up there? You're a bee. Please. I cannot go through the window. I can't make the jump. I believe this is where I have to be. Yeah, this is where the path's been taking me, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. First we felt cold at the tip of our hands before it turned into drops sinking in the sand. Then we felt cold at our feet before locking away. Wait, I have an idea. I have an idea. First, we felt cold at our hands. There we go. Then we felt cold at our feet. I just needed to figure out what I had to use, and I didn't think about using the enemy, but That was a really well done puzzle, actually. The hands and feet of the bug that appears when you turn into the crystal might be what the clues are talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what it was talking about. Oh boy, that's not good. Leaf? Icefall. That was a really good idea. That just got me health. Well, they're either gonna freeze my party or they're gonna stun my party. And now they're dead. And now I've leveled up. Give me health. Please give me health. We learned Needle Pincer? Okay. What's Needle Pincer? Oh. Okay, we're outside. Creepy Cloth, as opposed to Blizzard Wizard. Creepy Cloth actually works really well as a name for this thing. It is a creepy piece of cloth. Indeed it is. So what's this new move? Hits an enemy twice with needles, dealing piercing damage. Must target the first grounded enemy. Interesting. Stop healing yourself. You get out of the ground. And problem solved. That underground thing doesn't even give me XP anymore. Okay, so we have the key for that, right? But what's this way? Is this the path forward? No, this is the path to get back, I guess? Do I use the key there or out here? Now I am curious. It's a big lock in front of you. Key does not fit. So does Key go here? Key goes there. And now we have a shortcut back to the beginning of the area. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a heal. I do love how this game manages to take, like, the lore of the whole Venus plot and doesn't make it something that just disappears from the game. Like, she follows you around. She's literally considered a goddess in this lore, right? And so she follows you around and heals you. Like, she can appear anywhere. Like, if you're gonna have that type of thing in lore, it makes sense that you'd be able to, I don't know, come across this entity in other places. Now this is an interesting twist on this type of puzzle. I need to get it in there. Can I only move it when the ice is on? I see. So can I just do this? Slide it up, slide it over, and slide it into the spot? That was significantly easier than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be something that just took a while, like that just went so smoothly. The big ancient key. Alright. I see what you're doing. Skill. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Does V have anything that... Okay. That didn't go well. Hey, Jalix, remember when you were talking about that plan backfiring? That pretty much was the embodiment of that. Still worked, though. Still worked. Whew. Delayed correctness. Okay, with two of them it works. Jaguar says, I missed the beginning. How did Leaf get better? Better from what, Jaguar? Yep, please heal us again. Last time Leaf came down with something like a fever and they had to heal Leaf and some ants showed up. Leaf got hit with the stinger right through him and he survived. But we didn't see what happened next. Nothing's been resolved on that front. I imagine we're about to see it get resolved, but no, nothing's been resolved as of yet. Leaf, don't try to scare us. That's not Leaf. Correct, that's not even how we speak. That's Roach dialect. This place is not for bugs. Leave or be buried. Did you need to scream as well? Oh yes. Just one more warning on the heap. Let's get that artifact. Rikjek Hoa on your I can't. Oh no. This is bad. Are we about to fight a mummy roach? Is that a roach? It's just a fancy curse cloth. Jalix, do you feel vindicated? Creepy cloth, curse cloth. We can feel it. Its magic is just like ours. Our answers must be here. We won't be stopped by it. This is kind of terrifying. They did steal your idea that, you know, they made on their own separate from you. Jaguar says, return the slab or suffer its curse. Great Courage the Cowardly Dog reference. That show was something. Has anybody here watched Courage the Cowardly Dog? Because that show was intensely scary as a kid, but like, it got really strange in certain moments. Like, there was some serious existential stuff there. Il says I remember that show. This boss is known as the Watcher. I definitely need to spy. The Watcher, 69 HP. Why can't we ever just grab the artifact? There's always got to be a creepy giant or a creepy giant monster. We're super close to the sapling. I'm not gonna let you stop me. Oh goodness, it's sapping HP. In my experience, that calls for you. That was a lot of damage. And if it's gonna give me a wall, I'm a juggernaut it. You know what? Let's do that. Ow. think I am gonna... Yeah, I'll attack with Leaf. And you can use Secret Stash on Kabu. I need to change party order because right now you've got the most health. I'm starting to get worried about this fight. Stop picking on Kabu. Let's see. Jalik says, I haven't, but I love the way Cats talks and their music. Cats is creepy, though. Jaguar says, I love the idea of our animal friends saving us from what we can't see or won't see. The cryptids were all really interesting. Sometimes it's dang creepy. What made it great was that it was, gory to be scary. A lot of it was psychological. I'm assuming you mean it wasn't gory. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there was nothing gory about Courage the Cowardly Dog. It was very interestingly designed in that regard. Yes, that's entirely fair. What am I supposed to do when the opponent's getting like 3 or 4 attacks in a single turn? And this has been happening consistently every single fight that I've done in terms of bosses. Like, I don't even know what I would have done differently in that fight. Yeah, they start off doing like 1 attack. Maybe you should play around with medals, but I don't have medals. There's no medals for me to use, Jalix. This has been happening pretty much every boss fight, and I've had to rely on freezing my opponent, but I don't even know if I can freeze this enemy. Because they're using ice magic. Jaguar says, I really like that he got his courage from his love for Muriel. That is so true. Courage the Cowardly Dog did get his love. Use his love for Muriel as a tool for, you know, standing up for what's right. And Muriel treated Courage with a lot of respect, not so much Eustace. Duke says, our animal friends really do save us from things we cannot see. What do you think cats get up to at night? Jalix says, you assume cats aren't masterminds secretly running the world. Cats are not running the world. If cats were running the world, we'd be in an anarchist paradise. it just doesn't seem like it's fair when the opponent can literally wipe a party member in a single move and you can't do anything about it. Let's see if a freeze works this time. Okay. Freeze does work. Nice. You know what, I'm gonna use this opportunity to... Secret stash... Kabu. And no freeze that time. Let's see, let's try to freeze you. You know what, I'm actually gonna give Leaf a second chance at that. That's not good. See, like, what was I supposed to do there? And I don't have a revive item on me, so I'm now down Kabu. Yeah, the boss keeps getting 2 turns, that's why I keep losing. And I suppose I should have a item on me to revive, but still. I think at this point it's just impossible to... I need to keep Leaf alive. V's got the defense. Well, this is a rough break. I probably should have gone for a heal there, but that was really close. First few turns, it should be fine to just do regular attacks. Yes, that's the cheapest attack that can freeze. Unfortunately. The goal is just dependent, like, I feel like I'm just dependent on RNG for most of this fight. Yep, and now I can't freeze them anymore. Get Kabu in the back row. I don't know. I have not been able to successfully freeze them at this point in the fight. Really? That just wiped my party. That literally wiped my party right there. Okay, we're back in the action. Let's do this. We'll have the attack. actually think I'm gonna have Kabu heal. That's okay. That was only 2 damage. Okay, 4 damage with the healing 4 damage. Kinda sucks, but... let's throw you into the back row. Do your 3 damage. Item. Omelet on leaf. And frigid coffin. Four damage. Okay. Am I out of... I still have the berry juice. Let's use that. Beautiful. We won. Whew. That was a tough fight. But we beat the mummy roach. Ooh. Tell us, how did you get your magic? Who did this to you? Okay. Curses. Leaf? Hey look, it's the artifact. Don't despair yet, Leaf. It may hold some answers. Go get it before I do. Huh, this isn't the artifact. What? Then what could it be? We don't know, but this doesn't have the same feeling as the others. Maybe it's up ahead. I really hope there's not another cloth. There must be a reason this stone is here, though. Let us ask Neo later. For now, we've got to push through. And there we go. Metrologic? At last, the final artifact. Hee hee, we did it. We're going into the Hall of Fame. It's incredible, we must say. These have been sought after since Elisan's time. It was only through our combined efforts that it was possible. I mean, you all didn't need the kingdom to do any of this. Like, you all three did this pretty much on your own with the help of some other adventurers. Like, the monarchy, the Ant Queen, didn't do crap in all of this. Just putting that out there. These statues are supposed to be the ancient roaches that apparently went extinct. You guys can chat it up later. Let's get our reward. You have found the other ancient half. Braving the desert once more, Team Snakemouth searched for the last artifact. The team explored the Roach ruins and uncovered a hideout of the infamous Lost Sand Bandits. An ambush shone a worrying light on Leaf's condition. But in the end, the last artifact was collected. Is the everlasting sapling within reach? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. End of chapter 4. But what about the natural order, Tara? We need useless leaders to tell us what to do. Yes, we need leaders to tell us how to function and to be. Clearly, we're on the wrong channel here. This shouldn't be the anarchist Terra channel. This should be the monarchist Terra channel, where I promote the monarchy. Bill said, I thought roaches could survive a nuclear explosion, but can they survive being frozen to death? Can you cryogenically freeze a roach and would it live? I'm terrified of the answer, to be honest. It's kind of sad, though. I wanted to keep on treasure hunting. We've still got to get the sapling and help Leaf on his quest. Right, we've got to get back to Neo. Let's go turn this in. Welcome, Perry. Hope you're having a lovely and chill Sunday. Glad to have you here. And, yeah, we just finished Chapter 4. Some questions don't need to be answered. Alright, so who's going to be the one who Googles it? Duke says, exactly, who else do you think bestowed my... It's not Tara. Yeah, I bestowed your dukedom onto yourself. So who's going to be the one to Google it? Can roaches survive being frozen, and if so, for how long? Harry says, looking forward to a chill stream as usual. Awesome, awesome. See, I don't want to look it up. I don't know if flies can do that, but I don't want to look it up because I know for a fact if I look it up, what's going to happen is that the Google algorithm is going to be like, now you want to see all the things about roaches, and honestly, I don't. They can survive their exoskeleton being frozen. Just... Oh, geez. What? Zas, it's unlike you to be so frazzled. Has something happened? The End Kingdom is under attack. The wasps have struck. What? They've dared to bring the fight to the town? While Thiva and the others are fighting, we have no time for chatter. We must go immediately. Let's hurry up then. Isn't it? It's good to see the evacuations went well. I will go look for Mothiva. Go check on the Queen. We'll catch up. Your people... you're going to fight your own people? As if I was anything like those pests. Stay safe. I would never thought an invasion would happen. Neither did Ivy, but we must fight. We must protect this town that took us in. No time to waste. Let's freeze this invasion to a halt. Yes, I'd like to save. Team Snakemouth, you're safe. I wish you could stay out of danger with us, but we'll be back. Stop worrying. Those wasps really aren't messing around. Be careful. Did they hurt the slug? Or the snail? They hurt the snail! No! What do you got for me? Magic Seed revives an ally with 7. Yeah. That would have made last fight a lot easier and probably would have won me that first fight. Ill, you have indeed broken the Magician's Code, explaining how to bring a fly back from the dead. Most roaches will die at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. You said most. That's not all. I'm gonna fight these wasps. Good battle music, here we are. Knock that back row down. This is definitely the time to go all out, because I can go back and have unlimited heals for free right now. Heck yeah. This music is something else. Are you kidding me? I don't even get XP from them. What the heck? I got berries, though. Take some of those. Zero said, I wish I had more information. They hibernate, apparently. That's terrifying. I'm just running past these enemies if they're only going to give me like 2 EXP. Don't care, don't want to fight you. Oh, come on. Whoops. Bye-bye. Let's see. Bunch of... that's funny. A bunch of waspy jerks go back to England. Yeah, take that, you white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. They use pin missile. They did use pin missile. I literally just got hit with pin missile. I'm literally fighting bee drills right now, which is funny because they're actually wasps. I'm gonna fall down this roach physiology rabbit hole real quick. Yep, enjoy, Zero. If you make friends with the roaches, they will lend you their strength in the upcoming tribulation. I do not trust that. Oh, look, politics, aka powerful people killing each other. Oppressing the poor, which kind of brings us to our topic. But I need a break before we do that. But let's finish this part up first. You can still speak after burying my slayer? Give it up, you wasp scum. You know nothing of what I can do. If your troops were trained by, you, I know more than enough. It isn't. I will say it is impressive how many vermin care for your pathetic role. Those vermin are my most trusted explorers. They can dispatch you with ease. Spare me your names. I'll forget soon after I get rid of you. Shut up, you messed up the whole town. We won't let you continue unchecked. Elysian, stand back. We'll show this clown the door. This isn't gonna go well. The enemies here are the wasps. It won't let me spy. Yeah, this is a scripted battle. Also, to be fair, the Wasp King just showed up right here and was like, I'm here. Impressive, but I tire of this game. Away with you. That was 99 damage. Yeah, I figured that was a scripted battle. Perry said, is it true that they're resistant to radiation, or is that a myth? Ever see the movie Joe's Apartment? It's about that exactly. I have not seen the movie Joe's Apartment. Who's the other two attacking friendly? I'm sorry, Ella, I did not understand that question. Zero says, Perry, they are resistant to radiation unless they are molting, but they cannot withstand the extreme heat produced by a nuclear bomb. I haven't seen the movie, Duke, but maybe I should. Leaf, can't you freeze him? He's too powerful. Well, give it back, fiend. As if, give me the other artifacts before I take them off you. My queen. Maki, you are late. Forgive me, your majesty. It seems my mission took way longer than expected. At least I managed to snag one artifact. You will return it, with or without your head, and I won't spare you the time to weigh the odds. Taunt as you may, you cannot stop me. Take care of your vault, you pathetic ant. I'll come for it soon enough. It seems I arrived just in time. I'm glad to see you're safe. Maki! How strong is Maki? That the king was like, nope, I'm out. Bye. The two characters attacking the king, were they friendly? They were the queen and, someone else. Are you safe? What happened? I got sidetracked. Thankfully, it seems everything was resolved. Thankfully, your delay nearly ruined us. There are no words to apologize for my fault. It wasn't your fault, Maki. I'm too glad this is over to be upset. Thank you, Maki. We truly owe you one. Thought that was it for a while. This is not over, Zariant. That lowlife has taken the artifact. Indeed, we are at fault as well. What matters is we're all okay. No, we must recover the artifact. We still hold the others. Should we rush into this? We could hold down the castle and... Silence! My queen? What's the rush anyways? That artifact is the other half of the ancient key. Do you not remember where its partner was procured from? The honey factory's core. Then that half has incredible energy. Would they even know how to, harness it? We cannot afford to find out. You must pursue. They have surely gone north, back to the far grasslands. What? Are you sure of this? Whoa, take it easy. I take it there's no objections. No, we'll handle this task. We'll go right away. The border is east of Defiant Route, so our tunnels should let us catch up. Can we win, however? That magic was really strong. Almost burnt my fur. We'll accompany them, my queen. Together, we should be more than a match. I'll work with the others to bring the town to normal. You'll need some more funds, right? I've got this on me. Please take it. US government spends billions, I get 50 berries. Cool. Looks like it's settled. We'll prepare and move out. Go Team Maki. Team Snake Mouth, retrieve the artifact with haste. I'm ready to return. Chapter 5, The Far Wildlands. Yeah, no, for real, not even 100. Do you know how little that buys? That buys like 2 revives. Hina, Yin, and I will meet you at the Lost Border. Make haste, Team Snakemouth. Oh, who is this Yin? I have not heard this name before. Long story. Let's do this mission first, okay? If we're with Maki, I'll have even better chances. Oi, Kabu, you okay? You'd normally be telling us to be careful and stuff. I don't want to speak of it yet. Give me some time to think. Are you done chatting? Don't keep Maki waiting. Duke says it's not actually that good of a movie, but the concept is funny. And Zero said sometimes you need a bad movie to make fun of. You know, honestly, making fun of bad movies should be a bigger pastime. Like that can really just liven things up when you can just sit down and laugh at the absurdity of something. Like, when a movie's bad, you have to critique it and be serious about it because it was supposed to be good and then it's bad. But if it's reached that level of bad that you can literally just talk about it in the fact that it's like just so absurd, like when you can, it's so bad it's good type movie, that can be a wonderful experience. To just sit down and crack up at how bad it is. But, yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, and when I get back, we'll have our conversation, because I feel like it is kind of relevant to what we just looked at with the monarchs fighting each other. So I will be back in a couple of minutes, and I'll see you all then. Okay, everyone, we are officially back. There we go, had to unmute the mic. So what'd I miss? What'd I miss? Oh my god, there's a roach in my chat. There's a roach emoji? That's terrifying. Ugh. Oh, okay, let's catch up with what y'all had to say, and then we can get into our topic. Give me 1 second. So, roach invasion while Tara's gone. Roach revolution. Roaches are cool, they eat the debris you leave in your wake. Though I'm happy not to have any in my home, I prefer it clean. They're also just dirty and disgusting, like, oh my god, and they don't care about anything. They just, oof. Not a fan. Not a fan. I would not want them in my home. Thank you very much. Spiders can chill in the corner and just be there. Roaches? Not happening. Zero said, I have a newfound respect for them. They regenerate limbs and don't bleed out because their blood vessels seal when cut. Why are they so terrifying? Why did we not evolve any of that? Man, that would be game changing. Just straight up piccolo your limbs back. Ah, it's like, oh, you have a hip problem, just break your leg and grow a new hip. Why not? Let's imagine Roach getting a paper cut. This is why there's the myth of they'll survive anything. I mean, it feels like they do. They haven't, like, a weird survivability that not a lot of other species on this planet seems to. They can also survive a ridiculous amount of pressure applied to them. That's why if you're gonna squish them, you better squash them. Which explains why they're so hard to kill by stepping on. True. Papa Roach. Isn't Papa Roach, the band that did, Getting Away with Murder? Is that's what I know them for. Yeah. That's a good song. Jaguar says, I was away as well, I couldn't stop it. I'm sorry, Tara. No, you couldn't prevent the roach revolution. It's happened. It's happened. The roaches in Mexico are pretty big. They can fly to... Yeah, don't get me started with that. When I was in Puerto Rico for a period of time, these roaches, man, they could just fly through the air. And there is nothing quite like dealing with them your whole life. Like, I've dealt with the big ones my whole life, and not like in a consistent, like I've had infestations or anything like that, but you know, you get the occasional, you see them in certain major cities and like back alleys and streets and stuff like that. Like, so I'm used to seeing the big ones, but seeing one take to the skies was absolutely mind-blowing when I first saw it. Duke says, we picked the 30% of calories to hold a mini-universe in our skull buff. Yeah, and then decided to destroy the planet with it. You know, good job. Roaches didn't destroy the planet, we did. Roaches up here never get bigger than a pinky nail. I could deal with that significantly more than I could deal with the really big ones. Oh, jeez. But, yeah. So, on the topic of what we were dealing with in the game with monarchies and everything like that, and authoritarianism, how about we talk about workers and how they actually run the economy? So, I felt it was important to discuss the fact that with all the union labor that we've been seeing rising over the past months and years, especially since the pandemic ended. Or, pandemic started, rather. It did not end. It hasn't ended. But since the pandemic started, we've been seeing a huge rise in union movements that were really starting before even that point. But I feel like the pandemic really jump-started a lot of that. And, you know, the fact remains that union labor, the people who make up and do the bulk of the work, are the ones who run the economy. You know, all the people who talk about buying and trading stock and all this other stuff, they are not the ones doing the work. It's Duke runs the economy. Duke, you do not run the economy. If you ran the economy, we'd be having very choice words right now. But the fact that workers are the ones who run the supply chain, it is people who grow crops. It is people who deliver the crops to the facilities where they're processed. It is workers who process those crops and then turn them into new goods that can be distributed and manufactured. The stuff that's brought into factories to do the work is built by people. Everything is done by workers. And yet we see this, quote, owner class skimming off the top of everybody's labor. And I just wanted to have a conversation about how it is that workers are always the ones that are told they have to wait. They have to be the ones that have to wait to get wage increases. And if they get wage increases, inflation's going to take them over. But as I talked about in a video this week, which I highly recommend, I think it came out on Saturday or yesterday, you know, these companies are price gouging people. That 100 was for Tara, not for Duke. Sorry. That's funny. That's really funny. But like, yeah, it is always the workers that do everything. And yet we are told our whole lives that we rely on bosses. We rely on these people to manage us and tell us how to do things that we already are capable of doing without any input. We can democratically control workplaces. Zero said, if I ran the economy, would you use roaches as currency? But also, we wouldn't really need currency because of how unreliable roaches would be as currency. It is a big lie. You're absolutely right, Elle. And whether it's that you're seeing goods distributed by truck drivers, whether it's the long-term hauling of freight trains, whether it's the local delivery that gets an item from the facility and warehouse to your front door, that is all done by workers. Amazon, for example, isn't the one doing it. You know, Jeff Bezos didn't do all this. It's workers who are in the factory who grab products, and potentially with the help of mechanized instruments that are also doing work and labor for us, packages are able to be produced out of these warehouses, and then it's put on a truck and brought to your home. But it's all the workers doing it. And I think it's worth taking the time to remember that every now and then. To remember that we do not need the people that claim to be in charge, because they're not the ones doing the work. It's as simple as that. And so I want to throw it out to you all. What unions do you want to highlight that maybe you've read about or heard about lately? You know, let's promote and talk about some unions where we've got workers really stepping up. Maybe some worker co-ops that you've come across that you want to highlight or shout out. Good job, folks. You defeated that hardened Dune Scorpion. Was it too challenging for you? Here's a reward. Here, take this. You got a hard charge medal, allowing the equipped bug to use the hard charge skill, which grants maximum charge in exchange for HP. You beat the Watcher too? Take this as well. Grants Leaf the Enfeeble skill, which reduces an enemy's attack for 2 turns. You've been on a roll. You beat Kali too? Here, take this. Grants me the Heavy Throw skill, which can deal high damage to an enemy. You've been on a roll. You beat Asthoceles too? After successful battery, yes, that is getting equipped immediately. Hold on. Hold on. Gaining 2 health at the end of every battle, that is game-changing. I haven't even been using... I don't even use Deep Taunt, so let's do that. Here we are. So, Duke says, according to Engels in On Authority, while the workplace should be done in the interest of the workers, we still need tyrants to make things actually work. Is this true? Did Engels really say that? Isn't that Cranberry Company a co-op? I think you're talking, is it Ocean Spray? Am I wrong about that? Let's see, Ocean Spray Worker Co-op? Am I wrong about that? Yes. Ocean Spray is a farmers cooperative. 100% accurate. Well, Engels was wrong. If you're quoting him or paraphrasing him correctly, Duke, then yeah, I don't agree with Engels in that regard. But I feel like Engels kind of had a vested interest, given that, you know, his family ran factories. Zero says, I'd like to see more unions in general, and for the unions that exist to not be so useless. I feel like lobbying has made modern unions much less effective. But here's the thing, right? Like, when it comes to unions, there's one story that really came to my mind at least, recently. And that's the story of freight worker, was it freight rail? Yeah, the freight railroad strike. Freight railroad workers have been on the verge of threatening to walk off the job. And given that we already have supply chain issues that are going on in the United States, some of the conductors have really opted to push for unionizing and for striking. And yeah, Biden ordered them not to strike. Well, why did Biden order them not to strike? Well, there's 2 reasons for that. One, it will actually have a devastating impact on people's lives. That is worth keeping in mind. If you shut down the supply chain with no alternative in place, people will not be in a good place. Like, the society needs that supply chain. So I get it from an interest standpoint. But the bigger reason behind it is the fact that if you mess with the supply chain and workers don't do their jobs, it's revealing the hidden reality that if they don't do their jobs, there's no economy. There's nothing. If you don't have people who are actively going out and moving these products, if you don't have... Look at what happened, was it last year or the year before, when we had that shipping freight that got caught in the canal, and how it backed up everything? Just one hiccup in the supply chain, and it's so fragile and it cracks. And workers have that power. We have the tool to basically just do a general strike, continue the supply chain, and just not hand things off to bosses. We don't need that. There's nothing theoretically stopping us. Except state violence, of course. He's crying, we must be in the right place. You are explorers? You know it. We saw your post on the wall. Oh, thank goodness. So your brother went missing? Yes, he's been on about getting me some treasure for my birthday, even though I told him I didn't need anything. He hasn't come back yet. He must be lost in Snake Mouth Den. Don't worry, Lebby, we're on the case. We will escort you safely. I'm sure he's okay. Oh, thank you. Let's go. I can't stand imagining him all alone. Yes, let's get going. I guess we're going to Snake Mouth Den. Cool. Till is today, I learned. They're on expired contracts, I think, at least in Chicago. Duke says there's a lot of laws now that allow but hamstring unions, and so long as the workers are comfortable enough, they won't be willing to break the law and potentially lose everything forever. Yeah, and that's a problem. The problem is the state is really what's maintaining these unions functioning, right? It's backing them up to the point where people can't even fight back against it because the violence of the state is so harsh. But realistically, there's nothing actually stopping labor from doing everything that I said. Nicaragua also has many co-ops. That's something I actually don't know much about. Do you have any information on that, Il, about Nicaragua and co-ops? Because I would be very happy to read up on that. It doesn't surprise me, especially with the revolution and the Sandinistas, but I actually just don't know any of the specifics about the economic side of their co-ops. Jalek says, I don't like shouting out trade unions, but there was a major victory for one of the biggest ones in Germany a week ago in the healthcare sector. They forced hospitals to provide more paid days off if they're understaffed. The higher the understaffing, the more days off they have. That in addition to an increase in pay. Why do you not like trade unions? I'd like to hear your perspective on that, Jalix. Merchant says, today I learned Ocean Spray is a worker cooperative. Damn. Yep, one of the biggest worker cooperatives in the world. And I believe they're based out of Spain. And I think the bosses only make like 8 times what the average worker makes, which, while it's less than ideal from my perspective, it's still not the kind of disparity of hundreds of times greater that we see in the US from these authoritarian bosses and businesses. It's not like we're talking about Jeff Bezos' money compared to, the average worker. We're literally talking about an 8 times difference. Like, that's old school pirate captain differences. Like, it's much closer to egalitarian and much closer to the reality that I'd like to see. Duke says, I'm personally of the opinion that you have to treat a union workplace not so differently from a non-union workplace. You need to organize in the actual workplace and push progress. Jalix says, the union I was talking about is called Verdi. It's a general service worker union with a few million members. Yeah, so what is the issue with that from your perspective? That they have so many members, that they're so large, that they're not a smaller workplace? Like, what is your concern with that type of union? Duke said, and the major demand should always be conversion to worker co-op. We need to take the gloves off and be clear that we're going to take everything from the capitalists. I'm 100% in agreement, Duke. I think that one of the demands needs to be that workers start to have a actual say and stake in democratically choosing their bosses and in controlling the companies themselves. And I think that the more we start to see people push for that, the more that gets fought for, the better off we'll start seeing the treatment of workers being. Jalek said they are incredibly unambitious and tend to lowball things a lot. In addition, the big unions are incredibly hierarchical, and there's been several scandals with corporate influence inside the union. Yeah, I mean, the fact remains you'd rather have a union than not, but I think you're identifying a lot of major issues within union organizing. Unions cannot be hierarchical. I don't have an issue with a large organization and large structure of a union. However, when you start getting into this hierarchical functioning, especially when the unions themselves are not operating under the principles of democracy and what we'd like to see in worker co-ops, we start to recognize that sometimes the unions start to take on some of the principles of capitalism themselves, where hierarchy and authoritarian behavior ends up making it so that the union leaders are encouraged to work with capital as opposed to working against it. But I will tell you this, even in those instances, you are better off with a union than you are without one. The one in Spain is Mondragon. Ocean Spray, I believe, is from American. Is Ocean Spray American? I was not aware of that. Ocean Spray, Ocean Spray, let's just look that up. It's an American agricultural cooperative based in Plymouth County, Massachusetts. Has 700 member growers. I actually didn't realize they were from the US. Honestly, that's just an even better example to talk about. Especially from a US perspective. So today I learned that Ocean Spray is a US company, because I just assumed it was from outside the US because we tend to produce not this. Interesting. It has 700 member growers in Massachusetts, Wisconsin, New Jersey, Oregon, Washington, Florida, British Columbia, and other parts of Canada, as well as Chile. That's fascinating. And I guess it was Mondragon that I was thinking of that had the 8 times difference. I wonder how much the difference between corporate and Ocean Spray versus, let's see. Can we get some numbers on that? Maybe. How much the CEO of Ocean Spray makes versus an average employee. One Spain, Mondragon, Ocean Spray. We should make the public conversation capitalists justifying their very existence. I agree. Because there's no good justification for their existence, right? What are they doing? What do they do besides take something they already have, money, invest it in something, and then get a return? And they're almost guaranteed to get a return in these days. It's not even a downside. Like, the market consistently goes up. There's always more money being produced. Quarterly earnings always increase. Every year there's record-setting profits. And the thing is people don't invest in singular companies anymore. They invest in industries. So if you're investing in 5 different companies within the same industry, if one of them tanks, you're still going to make 4 times your money back. Like, you're going to make your money back in the other companies. And because you invest in industries rather than in individual companies, there's no real competition within the industries. They just divvy it up in specific ways that make sense. Until one company maybe, falters and then another company buys it up and props it back up. They'll always defend each other and look out for each other. Il says, and connect these financial emergencies to the capitalist system. Yeah, that needs to be emphasized. And part of what I like to do on this channel, and part of what I like to promote when I make my videos, is I'll tell you a story and I'll tell you how the news is talking about it, but then I will tie it back to capitalism. I will tie it back to the violence of the state. And I like to try to explain it through that lens, because only by identifying these small instances, these small little news stories that we come across, can we in fact develop an understanding of how exactly all of this connects. Because if you're not maybe well-versed in politics, or you're not well-versed in economics, it can appear many times like a lot of these things are disjointed and separate. But if we look at things like like, let's look at what I covered even just this past week on the channel, right? I have covered, religious exemptions in pharmacies. I covered the Texas power grid, and I covered price gouging and corporate greed and inflation. One has to do with authoritarian, perspectives. One has to do with, the failures of not regulating and how that's tied to capitalism. And one has to do with corporate greed and the fact that the system incentivizes itself. And all of these end up being tied to real issues that go into our daily lives that are only exacerbated by capitalism and by state violence and intervention. Like, the thing on the religious exemptions in pharmacies is only really effective because the state backs that up, right? So, yeah, like, that's kind of the point of a lot of what I try to talk about. And I think that with all of this, tying these stories together is imperative. We need to explain why capitalism's destroying the climate, why we're seeing these people make billions of dollars while people can't afford food, rent, and medicine. So, Merchant says the average Ocean Spray Cranberries Incorporated executive compensation is about $215,000 a year. And how much do they earn? How much does an average worker earn? Their jobs are typically not 9 to 5 and often involve them being available. And I think 300K is excessive, but they do deserve decent compensation. Oh, that's for university presidents. Duke had said, "I'm so sorry being American has you so traumatized that you don't believe a good thing can even originate in America." You know what? A lot of decent things have originated here, but, you know, when you know the history, it's like everything that you touch, like the US touches, seems to rot. So Merchant says about 45K a year for an average Ocean Spray worker salary. So we're talking 45K a year versus 215. So we're talking about a 5 times difference in price. That's not absurd, right? That's not absurd compared to some of the differentiations I've seen out here. $45K is extremely low, though. It seems there's a place seedlings like to gather up, but you need to cross the river to reach it. Indeed, but we don't have time to cross it. More mysteries await to be unveiled. So will you just leave that area unchecked? Think of it more as an opportunity for you to find out more about it. And by the way, I've heard that the Seedling Haven is a great spot to find golden seedlings. Be careful though, golden seedlings are really strong and you shouldn't underestimate them. But they are known for carrying rare berries, so it's up to you to fight them or not. Well, I can't say no to treasure, thanks for the tip. No problem, stay safe. Alright, so we're gonna go back into Snakemouth Den while we keep talking about this. Love that we can just kind of breeze through these fights. Duke says, Merchants, I have a friend in uni as a master's student, and they have a few contract at the moment where they have now worked for 3 months out of a 4-month contract, and they've yet to get any promised pay. Oof. That is not good. Wait, isn't this the way to Snakemouth then? Am I making that up? Also, where did that other person go that was supposed to be following me? Maybe I went the wrong way. Oh, there you are. Okay. The path to Snakemouth Den is closed by the Queen's order. If you have any complaints, please direct it to the Ant Kingdom Safety Committee. Duke says, yep, I worked an entire summer with the promise that I'd get paid a lump sum at the end of the season. Didn't get a dime. It was nuts. That is so infuriating. Yeah, and you borrow that money, merchants, probably with the intent that, hey, I'm going to be able to pay that off pretty quickly because I'm about to get paid, and then there's no money coming in. Meanwhile, your boss was making 130k a year. For what? For what? I'm not saying that, you know, not having somebody or having a point person isn't a good thing, right? Like, but if we end up in a situation where worker cooperatives exist and become the norm, then by default, we'll be able to democratically choose who is the administrator directing people. Merchants, yeah, that's what they're doing, listening to the financial gymnastics that they're doing to keep it going until they get paid. It is wild. So how do I get back into Snakemouth Den? What's going on here? Such a ruckus outside. Young ones are so full of energy. Yeah, you missed something. You missed a heck of a fight. Duke, I actually had a question for you specifically since you're the one who brought this up. What do you think is the best way to push and pressure a company to become a worker co-op? What kind of pressure do you put on a boss to convince them? Or what type of deal do you think would be satisfactory for a union to become part of the company in such a way that it becomes a worker co-op? I get the idea that we want to let it be known that we're coming for capital and that workers deserve to have their spot, right? Makes sense to me, 100%. What exactly is the leverage that we apply from your perspective? I'm assuming you've thought about this a bit because you mention this quite often on the Discord. Redacted. Fair. Fair. Never mind. We will move to a different conversation. My mask. I was looking for Mun. He was told that he had a mission in the outskirts. He's not an explorer, though. I mean, I was thinking about just, like, with smaller companies, the idea that you could literally pressure an employer by a massive strike campaign. Like, I don't know how effective that kind of thing would be on larger companies, but on smaller companies, I could see that being quite effective. Fundamentally, it's about getting the workers to point out where they can make the demand, and the capitalists feel no option but to give it up. Stop, these items are not yours. That's my purse, I don't know you. You're saying we're liars? Explorers don't lie, you should check again. I know how to do my job, don't you dare try to swindle me. Team Snake Mouth, what's the matter here? They're trying to steal Amber's items. We're not, look at our permit. Would a Maki-approved team ever lie for some cheap items? That permit's fake. What'd you say? Really? It's missing its crystals, haven't you noticed? This is obviously some cheap imitation. Thieves, and a farce to boost, you will answer for your crimes. Oof, good thing you're here, we had no idea. To heck with it, we'll just take these by force. Ah, well, we're in a battle. Was not expecting that. Let's use V to spy. 35 HP. What, you get called out and you come at us with a stick? Like, that'd work on something like a spider. Just give up already. Ow. There's that problem solved. Ice. Let's do Ice Ball. And let's spy on you. Boy, you can't solve your problems throwing rocks at us. I didn't say that, so you build a wall. Whatever, the beamerang goes around it. Oh, that was lucky. That was absolutely lucky. You know what? That's good. We needed that. Oh, no, I did not. I did not buy health. This is going poorly. Real explorers are this strong. Let's bail. Oh! Oh, that was actually going poorly. Jalix says, I find it kind of absurd that the capitalist that I am currently living with regularly agrees with me and actually somewhat likes the idea of worker co-ops. He's got 180 employees. You know, I feel like for some, the idea is kind of something that they can be brought around to. I think there are some employers that understand that an employee that's invested in their company, that's invested in having a self-interest in how the company functions, will in fact be a better employee, right? So theoretically, the company will work better even if they make a little bit less. Part of the buyout that went into getting a lot of people to join unions back in the day, by companies was by presenting things like retirement packages. You worked for a company for 30 years, they were going to take care of you through your, retirement. And so in those scenarios, you kind of felt drawn to treating the company like something worthwhile, even if it was drudgery and even if it sucked and even if you were getting underpaid. You had the union behind you. You were still making more than if you didn't have a union. And you knew that you were going to get some sort of benefit and actually be taken care of through pensions. The shift to 401ks, ruined that. And in today's world, I can't even imagine that reality. But with a worker co-op, I have to assume that some bosses understand that the company will flourish and function better and be more efficient if the people are fundamentally, interested in the benefit of the company because they are the company. Right? There's even an explanation that makes it beneficial to the capitalists. But the thing that stops them is literally that they just want to make more money than everybody else and be better than everybody else. Duke said it is possible to buy an owner out through agreement, but I feel to do it with agreements is going to require significant legislative support to be put in place. There's a neat thing in Italy where if a company or factory is to be closed down, the workers have an option to take the entire year worth of their unemployment, pull it together, and it become the seed capital to get a worker co-op going from the arrangements. See, that's the thing. If the state was actually working in that direction, we could actually see the state enforce some better policies. Even if the state is in some ways inherently authoritarian and violent, we could see the state actually use its position and power in that regard. But that's not where its incentives lie. And thank you, I can't do enough to repay you. Pay no mind to it, Miss Amber. Your services are already most helpful. This is bad. They'll just come back and harass someone else. We have no idea where they'd flee to, though. Their permit's fake, right? Maybe they'll try to steal a real one. We'll check out the area near the association, then. We shall as well. Let's go get them with haste. Yeah, I want to take out some items. No, I want to store Danger Spud. Because I'm not using the Danger Spuds. No, I don't want to store anything else. What items can I take out? Okay, nothing really. Even with all this armor, I couldn't help. Also, that is a really good point that you brought up, Duke, about, being able to buy out the owners. I think in a lot of instances, one of the ways that you could maybe peacefully transfer a company to a worker co-op is by creating a scenario where workers are inherently absorbing more and more of the price of, their wages will gradually be forced through contract to increase over time, kind of like the way the union does, but to a level where they eventually take over partial cooperative ownership of the company. So they'd be being paid in that value over time that would increase, so that the capitalists can, theoretically justify their position of, quote, making more money because they invested in the company first and foremost under our current system. Even if that was provided by a bank, fine. Just, it's kind of almost in a Allende-style method to buying up the resources and bringing it back to the people. TP plus, worth 30, numb resistance, raises enemy attack, but doubles berry reward, perfect for an extra hell no. Hell no. Are there any... Maybe somebody could look this up. Jalix, are there any cheap ingredients that I could use to make better healing items in this game? Because I feel like that would drastically change things. Duke says... Oh, Jaguar had said, I like this music so much. Yeah, it's really good music. This game has a fantastic soundtrack. At Jalix, says Duke, is a thing I actually expect. People often see themselves as the exception. They know that worker co-ops are better morally and such, but they're good capitalists who can do without that. No, you're definitely right, Duke. The flip side of what I had said before is that some of them are like, oh, I'm just a great employer, and I can just, do this, and I don't have to answer to anybody because I know better than the government. I know better than this. I'm fair. But fairness is based on their own expectations. And I've had bosses like that before. Who I've had to kindly, and by kindly, I mean not so kindly, look up information on, local labor laws and kind of present it to them and kind of pull under the financial aspect of, you could be fined for this, as opposed to the real reason why I did it. Give it back. Huh, punk? Yofi's mask, the leaf mask you stole. We put that in the vault long ago. Even if we didn't, we're not gonna give it back. Yeah, punk, what are you gonna do about it, huh? I'll beat you up, I'll really do it. You're gonna fight us, punk? Gonna hit us with your shaking legs? You ain't getting that mask back, Worm. Just forget about it. I really can't do it. I'll never get his mask back like this. I'm gonna have to ask for help. Jalix says, I don't know, I feel like he needs more convincing. He doesn't seem like a guy with a huge ego. Big changes require a lot of effort and so on, although with their current spending would be difficult if he isn't the boss anymore and they just buy so much shit. Consumerism is a hell of a drug. Duke says, I think a question we need to ask is, at what point has the person fully been compensated for the, quote, risk, effort, and capital they put in? Because then we have to answer, we have to have an answer as to how to buy them out. Yeah, that's a really good point. How much is enough? How much do they have to earn above everybody else to justify putting it back in the hands of workers? What would be enough incentive for them to do that as opposed to giving up their companies, and making money for that? I did play a game developed by an anarcho-syndicalist cooperative. Dead Cells is actually produced by an anarchist cooperative. Where do I have to go to start Chapter 5? Or do some sort of side quest? I want to be doing something while I'm talking. I've lost a collector's item. Last time I saw it was somewhere in the Sunset Inn. Meet me at Defiant Root's discreet place for the reward. Okay, we can head to Defiant Root. We'll sleep in the house we bought, and then... I mean, I have a lot of things I can buy, depending on the town. Maybe I should just look it up. Not like you're doing anything wrong or anything, just... might be easier. Let's see. Cooking, recipes, bug fables. Let's see what we got. Let's see, Obama honey. There's plus 4 HP attack boost, spicy fries, a danger spud, and a spicy berry. That could be useful. How long does that attack boost last? A spicy berry and a burly berry makes for a berry jam, which gives you attack and defense boost. Flower and spicy berry gives you plus 5 TP and an attack boost. An aphid egg and an aphid dew gives you an attack boost and defense boost. Why are there so many recipes? Whoa. Tangy berry gives plus 12. A crispy donut gives you 1 flower and 1 glazed honey. How do you get a glazed honey? 12 TP to the whole party. A queen's dinner? Jeez. If you cook a mistake, you get a big mistake. That's funny. There's just so much. Poison bomb, clear bomb. How do you get glazed honeys? You can buy it for 9 berries at the honey factory. And if you mix that glazed honey with what? This is with a bag of flour. A bag of flour which you can get in Defiant Root for 4 berries. You can get an item. And what do you do? The crispy donut, which restores 12 TP to the whole party. That's amazing. And cooking a tangy berry, which you can buy for 40 at Metal Island, which I don't have yet, allows you to get an item that restores 12 HP to the whole party. That's, yeah, wow. Duke says, my friend who's picky and normally doesn't care much for bread said they really like the loaf that I made, and it's better than the bread from the fancy restaurant that had the bread they actually like. Honestly, bread is something that needs to become more normalized as actually being baked by people. Land O'Lakes has another cooperative apparently. Don't they make butter? Really? Are they? I didn't know that Land O'Lakes was. I'm gonna look that up too. Land O'Lakes. Agricultural cooperative. Huh, go figure. Also goes to show you that a worker cooperative can still be racist. Alright. Where are we going? We're gonna heal. Let's heal up. Maybe we should recommend people to buy items made in worker co-ops. I mean, I would have hoped that in our reality that we would be kind of prioritizing that, right? Like, if you can afford to buy things from a worker cooperative, that would be much better at supporting workers than it would be to do anything else. Okay, we haven't faced any other bosses, so that's fine. So where do we want to go? How do I get Snake Mouth Den back open? I want to do that quest. Bug Fables, how to reopen Snake Mouth Den. Oh my goodness. Okay. I see how to do it. Duke says I'd be willing to answer bread and dough questions in food for anyone who has any questions. Honestly, like, I'd be happy to give people food advice as well, outside of bird making, since Duke seems to have that under wraps. But cooking is a huge passion of mine, and honestly, I think meal prepping needs to become a more normalized and regular part of our living experience. Zero says, I've made pizza, that's a type of bread. It is a type of bread indeed. That dough is actually quite difficult to make, depending on what you want it to do. Why are all... Okay, so I have a legit question. Why are all of the... when you're mentioning Welch being another fruit juice cooperative, why is it that the agricultural sector seems to be able to do that, when other sectors seem to have great difficulty with that process? You found a mushroom. And my question also is, are we seeing a situation where these are cooperatives of, like, you know, farm owners? Like, are these people owning the farms? Or are they actually worker cooperatives? Because there is a difference. Yeah, like Jalix just said, not everything called a co-op is a worker co-op. Sometimes you have a cooperative of businesses, like where business owners or agricultural owners own sections of things, and I really think that distinction does need to be made. Unlearning Economics video was great to watch. I have yet to see that, but I might have to check that out. There, I see him on a corner in this room. We must hurry. Yay, we're doing a thing. I touched you and you died. Hey, friend. Brother, oh, you're safe. Sis? How dare you run off alone? What if you got hurt? I just wanted to get you a present. I don't need presents. I need you to be safe. You're all I have left. Sis. How touching. Let's give them some time to talk. You know, just enough time for a boss to pop out and attack us. I'm waiting for that. Oh, my favorite. I'm sorry for running off, but I'm mad at you too. You give me most of the food and then pretend you're not hungry. I'm not a kid, I can help you too. We're a family. Yes, you're right. I will depend on you a bit more from now on. There's an HP Plus badge chilling in the background, and I want that. I don't want Sis to pay the reward. It's my fault she had to come here. Is this enough? I found it while exploring. We got a lore book. Nice. That's more than enough. Thank you, Brave Lad. Come on. Let's get out of here before more monsters appear. We'll see you back at the Ant Kingdom. Take care, you two. You'll be fine if you're together. Awesome, we got a quest done. Now I want to go get that HP Plus badge. Thank you. There's also co-ops where workers own a share of the business but don't get voting power, which is absurd. Is there more that I can do here in Snakemouth Den now that I'm back here? I imagine some of the abilities that I've gotten over the course of the game would be useful going back to an early part of the game. I also love that I don't have to actually fight any of these enemies in here right now. Anything for coming back here? No? Okay. Mandatory jumping in video games. You don't think there's a reason for backtracking? Okay. Like, there's no medals or anything that I can get my hands on? Like that one? I mean, backtracking in RPGs to early dungeons is kind of a staple. You usually get some rare items that you couldn't pick up at the beginning of the game. I'm moving around like a Minecrafter. I'm moving around like anybody playing a video game. You just jump everywhere. Does hopping in Minecraft really make you faster? I don't know. I don't play Minecraft, so... Zero says, I saw one lady on TikTok who has a fashion company, and it's essentially a co-op. They all get paid the same salary and vote on how to use extra profits and get tons of benefits like gym memberships. See, that's the kind of thing we need. You know what's a great example of the type of nonsense that we see under capitalism with bosses being inefficient? There's an episode of King of the Hill where Bobby gets a job working for this guy, and Hank is so, like, all proud of him, but the guy literally just keeps endangering Bobby to no end. And I don't remember, like, the full episode and all the details, but, like, I just remember that episode being kind of interesting one in that regard. I don't know if anybody's familiar with or watched or knows what I'm talking about. The racetrack episode, exactly. Frozen enemies cannot act. It looks like there's a path behind that. Interesting. Il said, I found a YouTube talking about it, but the creator was sympathetic to capitalism. The boss wants Bobby to deliver a drink by going across the racetrack. That's exactly what happened, yes. I think the boss's name was like Jimmy or something. And he just would walk around and be like, I'm Jimmy, I'm the boss. You listen to me. Well, maybe if someone has access to King of the Hill, we can watch it on the Discord at some point. Alright, I'm not really seeing much else in here, so... Did we have any other quests, maybe in Snake Mountain? I don't want to start Chapter 5 at this point in the stream. I'd rather do side quests. If we can. We have this guy's horn. We can probably find him. He's in the Orange Town. I'm assuming I know where that is. Zero said it's a little questionable because the bosses clearly portrayed as having a cognitive disability, and it's not the most compassionate portrayal. I did not remember that, so thank you for reminding me of that, because I don't think I remembered that aspect of it. It's been a long time since I watched, so yeah, that's not cool. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess there was a reason to backtrack. The stone worked. This must hold clues to your past, Leaf. Yep, ready to go in? Is that a yes? Oi, isn't this lasting way too long? Sorry, you're not wrong. This place is intense. Let's prepare properly. A place this well guarded must have its own set of dangers. Hopefully a treasure or two, too. What matters is finally finding our answers. I'm going... Right now I feel like that Ralph meme from Simpsons. I'm in danger! I'm starting to worry. a bee and a beetle in this place. Leaf, you get them? That language is it. They won't listen. Ready up. Was this Leaf's original exploring team? It's like that fungus that turns ants into zombies. Yeah, that's... We're in danger. A zombie and a zombeetle. This will give me a chance to spy on them and find out how desperately dangerous this is. 12 HP. This isn't as bad as I thought. There are bees in here. This is awful. Leaf, can you use your ice magic on them? No way, it wasn't just zombie ants. It's like this place is cursed. It's super tough. Gonna need the help, the others' help. Ow. Methinks this area is meant to be for a little head, but we'll see. That was a lot of XP. This is wrong. It feels way wrong. What could this mean? Why can we understand them? Don't jump to any conclusions. We must delve deeper and find the truth. Right, let's move on. That's a super huge gap. Even if I carried you, I doubt we'd make it. We have an idea. Nice. Is it safe? They'll probably melt out. We'll have to be quick. Not a problem. Leaf can now create icicles. Press B twice to create an icicle that will fall downwards. Leaf can also use Ice Rain scale in battle. It does look like an awful lot of spores in the air, but they're like almost icy spores. It's very weird. That bee looks like it has one of those zombie mushrooms growing out of its head, for sure. Oh my god, what are you? Nice music. Yeah, this music is nice. How can such a thing jump that high? Watch out, everyone. It's poisonous, too. Good thing I brought my secret stash. Leaf, let's pull out some ice moves. A crunchy leaf. Whew. Let's go undo this. How do I do this? Non-roaches, stay out. This is your first and last final warning. But what would I icicle? Oh, I see what you're saying. Good call, Il. Thank you. We're going to die. Whoa. Even though these crystals preserve data, that is not true immortality, is it? We can't latch onto the sapling anymore. We must find a way to become eternal on our own. These crystals store incredible amounts of data. We can study subjects even if they expire. Okay, I don't want to read that. I want to jump. I want to jump up. I want to... Okay, you won't let me. That ant is possessed, no way. It's just a story the queen tells kids to scare them. This is too creepy. I'm gonna take it out. Oops. And level up. Oh, you weren't actually telling me to hit the thing with an icicle, Il? I'm gonna get more teamwork points. That just seems... It seems like I'm using a lot of them right now. Well, you know what, it worked, so... You had the right answer, even if you applied it in the wrong spot, so thank you. Okay, we're gonna go this way then. What did we just get into? Skill. Dash through. Skill. Ice ball. Okay, that's really funny. That's a mushroom that can jump good. That's literally a Mario reference. I refuse to believe that's not a Mario reference. I'm still getting a ton of experience. Subject ZB43 is displaying disturbing behavior. I'll go check it out personally. Oops, wrong button. Let's use Secret Stash to get some health back. Ow. Well, if it puts you to sleep, then you start getting health back anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Still, 28 exploration points from a single battle. Where has this XP been all game? Like, these have been much easier fights than half of what I feel like I've experienced. Okay. Yeah, I was lowering the door. I'm unsure how I'm supposed to... Well, I made it in. Skill, frigid coffin. I will turn Mayday over to you, because I think you can actually do 2 damage. Yep. You found a lab card. This card provides clearance to enter rooms inside Snakemouth's lab. How do I get out now? We can't feel our legs. None of this is creepy at all. Am I forgetting about an ability? Or did I soft lock the game? Oh. Oh. Oh, there was a crack like that in the sandcastle that I ignored. I'll have to go back to that. So the roaches experimented with zombie shrooms so they could gain immortality. That's what it seems to... I mean, that's a great prediction. What are you doing here, Venus? I don't think I need the healing at the moment. These enemies have been surprisingly easy. Maybe after this battle to get my TP back up. And that's how they became extinct? Maybe. Maybe these shrooms aren't really widespread enough for that. I don't know. We're gonna find out, though. I'm just loving the experience in this place. 28 XP for such an easy battle. Like, I've had battles that gave me like 2 XP that felt like 10 times harder. Stop now, preposterous. We're about to create something above the gods. I don't know. You found a mushroom. What do I do here? I mean, maybe it didn't work, maybe it did. Put the lab card in here. This is super fascinating. Okay, thanks, mushroom. Skill, ice fall. Oof. Not ideal. Those beetles are really tough. Need to keep Cabo alive here, just in case frigid coughing fails. It did not. We're fine. Love that. We leveled up twice. No, for real. I'm actually going to throw this one to you all, because I don't feel like I need anything in particular. We have health points. We have medal points. And we have teamwork points. Which upgrade should we pick? Ask the community. And while you decide that, I will be back in 1 moment, super quick. If you pick the medal points, you get 3, I believe. Okay, and we are back. I'm gonna take the pole down. It's between health and metal. Well, I did say it was gonna be quick. Who voted for teamwork points? Also, Jaguar says, I like the marimba-esque sound for the icicles. Whoever picked teamwork points, pick something else. Health or metal. Be the tiebreaker. Going once. Rolling twice. Yep. Nobody's responding. 0 says health. Okay. I know. I'm trusting you all, though. Habu learned Frozen Drill. Oh, geez. Oh, I can just do that. Yep, that works. That's a little far away, I think. A little high, rather. There we go. You found a big gear. We found Metal Gear. And ice ball. You should have said something as well. This is a really weird angle. Are you talking about the water before? It's another 24 experience. There was a time between those two messages, the water streams were really at a weird angle. They really were. I think, though, we're gonna have to just get to a save point and finish this up later, unless we're at the very end. Let me see where the save point was. What? No, I'm not. Yeah. We're gonna go back to the save point. I think there was one back at the beginning of this room. Yep, here we are. Alright, everyone. I think we're gonna call that a stream, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. It was a lovely and chill Sunday, and we had a great conversation talking about worker cooperatives and the importance of workers and how workers are really the ones to run the economy. We finished up chapter 4 in the game, and we found our way into this mysterious lab that we didn't even know existed. We had great conversations about roaches. We had great conversations about, a lot of different stuff, especially at the beginning. There was some interesting topics at hand today. So, thank you all for coming out again. And if you're someone who's watched up to this point and you weren't here for the stream, I hope you'll consider joining the Discord. I know most of the people on stream were from the Discord. But even if you're someone here who isn't from the Discord, consider joining. We do have a great community there, and there's a lot of great conversations. We have a lot of events. People are constantly talking to one another about different political topics, and if you have any questions about stuff, that's a great place to go. And again, if you're in a financial place to do so, and only if you're in a financial place to do so, do consider supporting me on Patreon, as a lot of the political content that I produce can often be demonetized by YouTube. These gaming streams, not so much, but even still, it would help support the channel, and goes a long way to keep me making this content. Jaguar, thank you for that. Everyone, please stay hydrated. It's hot out there. Summer's been a lot. So, with that said, my name is Anarchist Terra. Thank you so much for joining us on this chill Sunday stream. Thanks for watching, and I wish you a good rest of your day.